So it's going to be about $1,000 to $1,500, but you absolutely need these to start trucking. This is the bare minimum. The very first thing you need is a truck GPS, not just a regular GPS. When I first started, I tried using a regular GPS. It's worth the extra money for a truck GPS. These things go between 3 and 4 up to 700 hours at the truck stop, but it is well worth it. You shouldn't rely on these, but the reason I'm saying that you need these nowadays is because back in the day you used to be able to go to a shipper or call a shipper and get directions. Now a lot of times they just expect you to throw the address in the GPS. Now don't rely on these, but use this. You can use this primarily, but also call for directions if you can. Number 2 is a Bluetooth headset. This is the most common. This is a middle of the road price. Blue Parrot, $100. They last 2 years or so. Would I recommend getting a warranty for them? Probably so. You put them on your head and you could talk on the phone. You absolutely need these because it's a $10,000 fine, I believe, to the company and a $2,000 fine for a driver if you are caught with talking on the phone without one of these. Phone to your ear, $2,000 fine. Next thing you absolutely need, is a CB radio. A lot of people nowadays will tell you don't need them, but you absolutely do need them nowadays still, because you can get stuck out in the middle of nowhere. You can get stuck in a snowstorm. They might have an accident 10 miles down the road, and you could safely pull off at a truck stop if you hear it on the CB. A lot of people don't run these anymore. It's sad, but it's just the truth. But you absolutely still need these. Spend the $100 for a CB. I'd recommend getting a nice microphone, a static microphone, noise canceling mic, because the mic with these CB radios suck. And get it peaked and tuned. It'll cost about $20, $100 for a CB usually. Get it peaked and tuned. It'll cost about $20 and it'll triple the power of the CB. Now, most trucks already have antennas on them, but eventually you run your own coax and get a decent adjustable antenna, get that tuned as well. But just get the bare minimum. Definitely get at least the Cobra 29 CB radio. Even if you got this stock mic and using your antennas that came with the truck, just get a CB radio. Up and rattle off some very bare essentials. You'll need a couple pins, notepad, gloves, a couple pair of gloves. You'll need these to fuel and open up trailers. You're touching a lot of nasty stuff driving a truck. Calculators, absolutely necessary. Don't rely on the one on your phone. You can just pull this one out, use it. Flashlight. I could not tell you how many times a flashlight has saved me. And get a couple different kinds, couple different sizes. Get a couple different knives, box cutter and a knife. Windshield scraper and brush, absolutely necessary. I got this small one from my mirrors, and I got a big one from a windshield. Tire gauge. This is absolutely necessary. Get a good one. Don't get one of those cheap ones, because you need one, especially for a semi-truck that'll go up to at least 120 pounds. Because when the tires are hot, they'll be 120 pounds. And get a decent one, because I've seen these off by 20 pounds, which is going to ruin your day if your tire's off by 20 pounds. Especially if you're a flatbedder or a tanker or going on to job sites, you'll absolutely need some basic PPE, personal protective equipment. But even if you're pulling a dry van, there's plenty of places, steel mills and everything, you'll pick up where you'll need these, believe it or not. Hard hat, safety vest, steel toe shoes or boots. I prefer shoes, and these will pass at any steel mill. They won't make you wear boots, but they need to be steel-toed. Basic set of hand tools, ratchets, wrenches, screwdrivers, pliers, wire cutters, wire strippers. You will need all of those to change lights on the trailer. You should absolutely be competent enough to change lights on a trailer at the bare minimum if you're going to drive a truck. Jumper cables. And I mean get some good ones, because if you get some cheap ones, it's going to take literally 3 or 4 times as long to jump a truck. But with nice thick ones with long leads, I'd recommend at least 25 feet at least. Because a lot of times your batteries are here or there, and another truck can only park on side of you, and they'll have to run them under the truck or around or whatever. Get some nice jumper cables, at least 25 feet, at least 4 gauge wires with some nice copper clamps. If you're going out to the west, you'll need tire chains. Your company should provide these. They're pretty dang expensive, so if you're an owner-operator and you're going out west, just remember to grab those. They also make cables, but these are full-on chains. Check each state. You need different amounts of chains in different states. Here is a 5th wheel puller. Got a little hook on the end and a handle. I made this one, but you can also buy them at the truck stop, because to pull this 5th wheel pin, it's a pain without it, and a lot of times it'll just be real icy or whatever, or it'll be stuck, and you need the extra leverage. You'll definitely need a coat and some good winter gear. I'd recommend some coveralls and everything, even if you're not going to be flatbedding, especially if you're flatbedding or going to be outside for a long period of time. But you'll need a good heavy coat and some coveralls, insulated coveralls. So you need some bedding. Just most trucks are twin mattress, just so you know. Just grab a twin mattress sheet set and a comforter and some pillows. Always recommend a spare phone charger. So grab a couple phone chargers and a couple Bluetooth headset chargers. The most common things you see truckers using, the dash cams, the GPS and the headsets and all that, just get those brands, because work out and not break and last. So yeah, that is the bare minimum that you're going to need to get into trucking, and unfortunately you're just going to have to find a way to pay for it on top of trucking school or however all the other startup costs to driving a truck, but it will pay off, I assure you.